going to be doing the second beginner lessons now for the dynamic combat system. And in this one I'm going to be showing you guys how to add some new animations in. So I moved over the dynamic sword anim set. I feel that these ones are pretty nice for the one-handed sword. So first thing you'll want to do is open up the animation folder, and let's find the skeleton. This one's using the SK mannequin skeleton, so we're going to go ahead and right click and delete. And right here over replace references, make sure that the skeleton you choose actually is referencing all the animations, like this one here. So you're going to want to select the skeleton combat mannequin for the reference to replace with, and replace references. Select OK. And when this is done, save. Okay, sorry, that took a little bit longer than I thought it would. So once it's done loading, just hit save selected. And now if you open up these animations here, you'll see that they are on the skeleton combat mannequin. So that retargeted all of these animations to the combat skeleton, which is what we need to do to be able to use them on it. So now the next step would be go to the dynamic combat system folder, go to data tables, find the DT player one-handed montages. We're going to go ahead and duplicate it because we're going to keep the common data table there also, just in case you feel like switching back. Alright, so we'll be using that here in a minute. Now we're going to want to open up the dynamic sword anim set or whatever animation. Go to the animation that you are wanting to use as an attack in DCS. Root motion is the best to use. These are kind of different. There we go. Those are more normal. So we'll start with these three. You're going to want to open each one and make sure enable root motion is checked. Now highlight the animations that you need to make montages of. Right click, go to create, and create anim montage. Open up each one of these and set the default group to full body. Now if you go up to the Windows option up here, you can open up another content browser. I've already got one open here. And in this one we're going to want to go to the dynamic combat system, find the montages folder, player, one hand, you can use the light attack one, that'll work. Any of the attacks will really work, as long as they have the rotate owner, input buffer, swing, hitbox, highlight all of these notifies here, right click and copy. And now open up each of these montages that you just created and paste the notifies here. After you paste them, you're going to want to go through and make sure that the hitbox is placed right before where the weapon will collide with the enemy. And the input buffer, when you start an attack, if you press a button that would usually start another attack, instead of interrupting the current attack, it's going to hold that information if it was pressed during the input buffer, and then it will release it when it's done. So this one can't be interrupted until it's at this point right here. And we want that a little longer than that. We want the player to return to its stance a little bit, so we'll do it about that. And that's about a good size for the input buffer. That might be even a little big. If you want slower combat, you're going to want it bigger. Two-handed swords would usually have a larger input buffer, and smaller swords would have a smaller one, because you can swing it faster. So let's go ahead and add this to the other two also. Alright, now those three are ready to plug into the data table. So let's select the light attacks. If you look down here, you can open the montages. Right now it has 2 array elements. We're going to add one more, because we're going to have 3 attacks. And let's just plug these right in here. You could also search them from here. And that's not going to automatically update, because instead of changing the default data montage, we created a new one so that we could actually switch back and forth easily. So what we're going to need to do now is open the Dynamic Combat System folder, open Blueprints, open the BP Combat Character. In the search bar here, search for Get Montages. Scroll to the end and find the melee switch. And on the return node here, we're going to change this to the updated one-handed montages. Alright. Now, let's say, just to change it up a little bit, since we added an attack to the light attack, we're going to go ahead and remove this one from the heavy attack. We're only going to want one heavy attack. You can obviously have more if you want, and they'll play in succession, just like the light attacks do. So let's go back to our animations. I thought this one looked pretty good for a heavy attack. Oh, that's not the one I thought. There we go. We could probably even add a particle on there or something, make it cool looking. So you're going to want to open the animation and make sure that enable root motion is checked. Right click, create, and create anim montage. We're going to just copy over the notifies from this last one. Open up the new montage. Make sure you set it to full body. And paste the notifies. And we're going to plug this one right into the heavy montage here. So I thought I would have more of a jump on there. Let's see what it looks like if we try without the root motion. Yeah, see, that's why we need the root motion, so we can't move. So I'm going to go ahead and try this one on there. So this one I'm going to put multiple hitboxes here so I can have multiple times they can deal damage to the AI. A bit overpowered. But cool looking, that's for sure. Alright, so let's see if there's any roles in here. Let's change one of the roles to... Oh, awesome. This one has the backflip. Perfect. So let's make sure enable root motion is enabled. Create a montage. Open it and make sure it's set to full buy. Grab your other window. This time we're going to look at player, unarmed combat. Oh no, actually common. Sorry. Step back. We're actually going to look at the role. Yeah, copy the notifies from the role. Onto your backflip or whatever new role montage you're wanting. DQ role would, this one specifically would look a lot or sound a lot better if you moved this to like a footprint noise instead. Like when they hit their feet on the ground, probably two of them, one for each foot hidden. We don't have that in this template I'm doing the tutorial with, so I'm going to just leave it on the roll sound. I don't think we can even hear the volume for you guys. But pretty much it looks a lot nicer if you make a sound, make a footprint sound when they hit their feet on the ground. I'm going to make the backflip a bit more overpowered than the roll was, so we're going to make this kind of large. And we're going to make them immortal the whole time that they can't be interrupted. I'm going to put the input buffer right about in the middle, with just a little bit of space on the ends. That should be good. And let's just open the one-handed montages, find the, what is it called? Oh, my bad, it's not in the one-handed montages. We're going to have to go back to the Dynamic Combat System folder, open Data Tables, find the Player Common Montages, and here you can change your roll backward and your roll forward and your backstabbed montage. Looks like backstabbed. That's spelled wrong. Okay, so we're going to want to go to the roll backward, and that's where we're going to want to set our new rolling back montage. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that one there for now. Thanks for watching, guys.